Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Just a little morning chat with people all over the world. As I was getting ready this morning to start my day and just doing my face or facial routine, there's a thought in my mind beside subscribe to my channel, share this with someone, get me to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time. I have something to share that was placed on my heart this morning and in my mind. This morning, again, as I was getting dressed, I thought about mental health. And a lot of people talk against it and say it's not real, but mental health is real. Sometimes mental health is not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. And a lot of times we judge people by what they're saying or the way that they're behaving. But there are times that we need to be a listening ears, not always the one who's giving the word, but sometimes people that are going through it just need someone to listen. And in listening to them, listen to their cries. Sometimes we're crying out from our heart and we don't have anyone to listen to us. I remember working, and I worked for the Army, and there were ladies there that there were times, they would come to work crying, and me as a mentor of a caregiver, because I work with children, I took out time and listened to what they're saying. And a lot of times I got in trouble for just fighting for them or going to the boss and to say, hey, my staff needs some mental time off. And I don't mind fighting for someone who's going through something, knowing that they need some time off. And even with them needing that time off and they're away from you, always check on them to make sure that they're okay. It's not always you telling them what to do or how to do it. Sometimes, like I said, it's just being listening ears to them. And me, myself, that has gone through a lot of mental health issue, I know what it's like to struggle with that and struggling with it to the point to where you're silence and you don't want anyone to know what you're going through. And I've been there. I've walked down that road before of being even mentally abused, and kept it to myself, and didn't want anybody to know that I was going through it. And deep inside, I was crushed and just wanted to do the worst to myself. So there's a cry within people that are crying out with mental health. And sometimes they just need a shoulder to lean on, or someone just to listen to them, to hear what they have to say. And if you can, or you know of someone who's going through mental health issue, please be there for them, because mental health is real. And I remember mine had gotten so bad until I just wanted to always be in a dark place, to where I didn't want to be around no one. I thought no one cared about me. I thought no one loved me. And a lot of mine came from, and I'm speaking from my heart, a lot of mine came from the person who I thought, when I left my mom and my dad's home, the person who I thought loved me were abusing me mentally. And I've gotten to the place to where I thought, like I said, no one cared for me because of what I was being told. I was being told that I don't look good. I'm not overweight, but one of the worst words that you can tell someone is you're fat. Mine came from the person who I thought loved me, comparing me to other women. Mine came from when I ate, being mentally abused by just sitting and trying to eat my food, being told that, look at how you look, you shouldn't be eating that because you're fat. Mine came from someone telling me that if I leave you, no one wants you. You never accomplished anything. You never be anything. And mine came from a lot of mental abuse. Mine came from struggling to raise my boys. My abuse came from me just being a woman that struggled, my day-to-day struggle financially with no help. And mine came from all the abuse that I've gone through and hiding it from my family and my friends. And I struggle mentally within myself. And no one, because I put on another front when I'm around my family and friends, that I was happy. And I struggled mentally within because I was being mentally abused. And I jumped on here this morning because there's a cry for mental abuse, mental health. Sometimes it's not what you think. Someone needs you to give them words, but just someone that will listen to what you have to say. And in this season, this time of the year, there's a lot of people not struggling mentally for the things out there that you need for Christmas. It's just another day. But this is one of the time of the year that a lot of people struggle. And I jumped on here because as I was getting dressed, just looking in the mirror and doing my routine, and my heart just goes out to people that's struggling with mental health, because I've been there before. So sometimes if you can, be a help to someone. It's not always in the material things, but hey, sometimes call them up and say, hey, I want to take you out to dinner. Hey, let's go walking. Do you have the time? Are you okay? Sometimes just asking if you're okay, it opens up for them to release some of what they're holding or hiding inside. So, as of today, be a shoulder that someone can lean on. Be a listening ears that someone can vent to you and release some of their heart. Trust me, it helps. It works. Subscribe to my channel. Help me, please, to get to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And remember, mental health is real. Be a shoulder that someone can lean on. I love you. Have a blessed day.